Welcome to D.I.Y with me, Chilamazulu, aka Chichi Badu. And on today's episode, as usual, I'm here to bring you love because we're still in the month of love, and I'm going to be showing you how you can do something this love season. So what we're making today is we are making roses out of material. So let me introduce the items that you will need to make your roses, your rose flowers, because we normally receive flowers during Valentine. Of course, even birthdays, you get flowers and all, but today we are going to do Valentine themed flowers. And all you need are a few items. I have the items in front of me and I'll introduce them. The first thing you need is your kebab sticks. I have these skewers. You can call them skewers or kebab sticks. These are the ones that are here. I have a few of them here. Then I have my ribbon. This is the same ribbon that's here. That needs to be folded the way they are folded here, but I will show you how that's done. So we need our ribbon, which is satin. Satin ribbon is what we need for this, these flowers that we're making. And then you need your ruler. I don't have the straight ruler with me. I have this triangular type of ruler that I'm going to use because I couldn't find my straight ruler. So this can also work the same as the other type of ruler. Then you also need your pair of scissors and of course my loyal co-host, my glue gun and the glue stick. You can actually even use any other glue. I always advise people to use any type of glue as long as it's able to stick on as good as you want the item to be stuck on. You can use any glue, but I love to use the glue gun. That's my favorite. It's my favorite glue, so you can use anything, but I love this. So let's go on a break, and when we come back, we're going to go straight into making our flowers. Stay tuned.
The world runs on us. At Metro, we understand that life doesn't stop for anyone. That's why we provide quality fuel needed to keep your day running. With our convenient locations and reliable service, you can trust us to keep you moving. So come to Metro Filling Station and let us run your world.
Welcome back. So before we went on our break, I introduced the items that we will need, and I introduced, of course, the craft that I'm going to show you today. And that is our flowers made out of simple ribbon, which is satin that I have here with me. So the beauty about these flowers that I'm going to teach you how to make is you can keep them for as long as you want. Okay, so that's the reason why I'm teaching you how you can make this. I've heard a lot of florists, I've heard a lot of people complaining that roses can be difficult to find. Roses in some seasons are hard to find. Sometimes some seasons are very bad for fresh roses. So instead of you having those headaches of wondering where to get those roses from, or maybe you're panicking, I'm giving you something simple that you can do. Those times that you have challenges in finding your fresh roses, we are not going to have panic moments, we're not going to have stressful moments, because now you will be able to make these roses on your own. And so let's get into the process of making our roses. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to get your ribbon. I have satin ribbon with me. This is the size that I have. This is, I don't really know the exact. Let's try and measure with our ruler, so that we get the right size of the inch of this. So this is about 2.5 inches, okay, of size of a ribbon. So you can use this or anything slightly bigger than this. The reason why we can't use anything small is because the rose won't be as defined as the way we want it to be defined. Anyway, once I finish off this, you understand what I mean when I say we need it to be defined and to give you that proper shape of a rose, okay? I'm actually making a rose flower to be specific. So let's cut up our ribbon. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure the ribbon, okay? What you need is just about, you just need about 4 inches, okay? 4 inches of the ribbon. So once you measure the length side of the ribbon, make sure it's at 4 inches and cut it off, okay? Right there where there's 4 inches. So I'm cutting off the ribbon like that. So this is the size that you get once you have cut off your 4 inches ribbon. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to cut up a number of pieces like this, of which I'm going to do right now. You just place it there. You don't have to measure because this is already measured. So you just place it there so that you can get the exact size of the next ribbon that you're cutting. So I'm cutting off with my scissors. Okay. And I've gone like that again. I have turned this one the other side so that I can cut up the other one as well. Remember to be careful. You don't want to cut off your finger as you are cutting off your ribbons. Next. The next thing we're doing is cutting the other ones. Okay. So once we have cut off some of the pieces, we're going to fold these like this. So remember when I was introducing, I'm sure you were able to see two different type of ribbons, the one that's rolled up like this and the one that looks like this. So with this one, I folded it earlier before I started this whole process because I needed to show you how it needs to look before you have folded it. When you have folded it, I beg your pardon, you needed to see it, how it looks when you fold it. So what we're going to do now, we're going to get our piece that we have cut off. Let's put this on the side. And we're going to fold it like this, like the way these ones are folded. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your tip of the ribbon that you cut off there, and you're going to fold it like that, okay? You fold it like that. If you look at it carefully, it looks like a triangle, okay? The corner, the angle of the ribbon that we've cut off. Then you're going to get your glue gun. Add a little bit of glue and make sure you secure that fold like that, like I've done right now. Once you have done that, you're going to get the bottom side, okay? And you're going to fold it as well like this. It will also give you some sort of like a triangle shape, like that. And then you're also going to use the glue to secure it. You're going to do the same thing on the other side, like I've done this side. So once you have folded both sides, this is what you get. So we're going to do the same with the other side. Same technique, same process, and you will get that. So let's fold, and make sure when you're folding, you need to create some space here. There should be some space right there. Between this side where we're folding and the side we're going to fold, there should be some space. So make sure you keep that space. So let's do the folding process again on the other side. Same technique. Make sure it gives you a shape of a triangle. You get your glue again. You fold like that again, like that. Okay? You do that with the same. Do the same with the other pieces that we cut. Same technique. I'm using the same technique. Remember, be careful with if you're using your glue gun, be careful. Because this co-host of mine can get hot and you don't want it to burn you. So that's the goodness with DIY. The thing with DIY is it makes your life easy. Literally makes your life easy. You don't have to panic so much when you can't get something that you want, or you can't find that item that you're looking for. It just takes you to make some of these things with simple things that you see around. That's the beauty about doing things on your own. It makes your life super, super easy. So do not panic this Valentine's. If you have run out of your red flowers, or if you want to present pink flowers, any color of your choice, you can even make these flowers in any color of your choice. Do not panic. Just get your ribbon, cut it up like I've done, and start the folding process. And you get your flowers that you are looking for. And every time when you receive something, are you that type of a person where when you receive something, you are so happy you want to look at it all the time? That's the beauty with having this type of flowers as a gift given to you. Because you look at them years and years, you just have them looking at them, remembering that these flowers were bought for me by somebody that loves me, you know. With the fresh flowers, they're also nice. Who doesn't love fresh flowers? I love fresh flowers too. The only problem with fresh flowers is they die out. They won't last long compared to this. They would eventually die out, especially after like a week or two, they will start dying out and you have to get rid of them. But with these ones, girl, you will be excited because you are going to keep them until you get tired of them. And I've asked this question in one of my episodes to say, do men or boys receive flowers? I think I've been asking that question, and it would be nice to hear your response. about if it's okay for men to receive flowers, because that's been a debate. Some men say, no, we can't receive flowers. Flowers are for ladies. Why would we receive flowers? But the funny thing is, men receive flowers on their graduation days. So I get surprised when they say we can't receive flowers. On their graduation days, they receive bouquets of flowers. But why can't they receive flowers on Valentine's Day? So ladies, please, let us give our men flowers this Valentine's. Let us surprise our men this Valentine's. Let's surprise our daddies. Let's surprise our uncles, our nieces, our nephews, so to say. And yeah, I'm sure they'll be excited. They'll feel more loved. Because we women are always attacked. We're always attacked. Valentine, even birthday. But no, guys, let's celebrate our men as well. If you can give him flowers on his graduation, what is stopping you from giving him flowers this Valentine? So we have folded our ribbons, the ones that we cut up, and now we're going to start rolling them. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get our kebab stick, which is also a skewer, and we're going to get one piece like that. And we'll start rolling this onto this kebab stick. So what you would do is, the folded side is going to be on the outside, okay? Like that. And then this side that's flat like this is the side where we're going to place our kebab sticks on, like that. And then we're going to put some glue on it. So once we have put our glue, we're going to start rolling it like that. Make sure you hold it firm so that it doesn't come off. And then you keep rolling like that. Roll it, roll it, roll it. Once you get to this point, you're going to make sure you glue this side like that. Okay? And then you lock it like that. Press hold. And once you have done that, this is what you're going to get. It's going to look like that. So the next thing we're going to do is, let's put this on the side. We're going to get this now. We're going to join these remaining pieces. We'll join them together. So let's join them together. Like that. So you get this one. You put it like that. Okay? So we have joined the two, and this is how they look. And you're going to join the rest as well. Make sure you make like some sort of like a line, like a straight line, joining these two. So once you have joined, I've joined the first two like that. This is what you get. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to make sure you join all the pieces together until you join everything together. So let's do that together. Of course, with our glue, we're going to put some glue there and make sure you stick on all these pieces together like that. Make sure you stick them on like that. Like that. Okay. Get your piece like that. This is make sure you keep sticking them on until you stick all of them up. Like that. Ensure you stick them. So like with this one, it's come out, and that's because I did not add enough glue. So you should always be generous with your glue when you're making, so that this should not happen to you. And make sure you hold it so that it can hold firm. So I'm still sticking on my pieces. This is how long it's looking already. So let's stick the last one that we have here and hold it like that. So once we have done that, this is what we get. I'm sure you can see that on your screens. This is what we get like that. And then the same procedure that we did when rolling this one onto the kebab is the same procedure we're going to use with this one. The only difference is this one we only stuck one. We only rolled on one. But with these ones, we're sticking the whole pieces together, joined together. We're going to roll them all together. So let's do that. Remember, you're going to make sure this is on the outside, and you're going to use the inside to roll. So as usual, you get your glue to secure this side to the stick like that, and then you start the rolling process. Okay, so let's roll let's start rolling together like that. So as I'm rolling, if you know how a rose flower looks, you can agree with me that the rose is coming up, okay? So as you are rolling, there's no harm in adding some glue to make sure it's firm, so that it doesn't, the rolling doesn't roll out. So make sure as you roll, you are adding your glue like that. Like that. Add on again. Okay, like that. Add like that again. So because I want my rose to be bigger than this, so that's the reason why I said you need to make sure you add your glue so that it doesn't come off. Because I want my rose to be bigger than this, I'm going to add on a little more pieces to it so that it comes out bigger than it is right now. So as usual, you cut off your pieces. So with me, I'm so used to doing this, so I even know where exactly I need to cut. I don't have to measure again. So that's the reason why you're seeing me cutting them off just like that, and without using my ruler to measure, because I know how the size is, because I make these a lot. So let's do this. Let's make our pieces. Remember the folding process, it's the whole process. So it's nothing new. It's the same process that I showed you that you need to follow. So let's make sure we do that together. Okay, let's put our glue paper properly, like that. Make sure you fold it firm like that. Same process. As you can see, I have the same process with me here. Let's get the other one as well. Okay, let's move this here. Fold it like the way we've done all these until it's done up. And the beauty about this, these roses is once you have made a number of them, I can tell you they really, really look beautiful. You actually look, if you look at them, the first time you look at them, they'll actually look like it's a real rose flower. When it's just a fabric rose, they look very nice, especially when you have them all together, put together. They really, really do look good. So the paper also wants to go on it, so it wants to be part of the craft. So let's continue sticking our corners, securing our corners with our glue, like what I'm doing right now. I've said this before and I'll say it again and I'll keep saying it again. When you are doing your DIY crafts or projects, you need to be very patient. It requires that you are patient, especially if you want the outcome to come out as you want it to come out. You have to be very patient. So please apply some patience when you're doing these things. You have to apply some patience. If you're not that type of a person that likes to be patient, practice to be patient so that when you start these things, you are on the right track. Okay, let's fold this one as well. And we're going to add on a few more pieces. It's about 4 more pieces and we finish our rose flower for the tutorial. Okay, like that. We are getting somewhere. Okay, so here I have rolled out 5 pieces. So I'm going to cut off 4 more pieces to finish off our rose petals. I'm calling them petals, so these are literally petals. We are making the petals and then the joining is now joining them into a flower. So let's make the other petals that we need to complete our chain. I'm calling it a chain because we're joining all these pieces together. So for me, it looks like a chain and it's a chain. It's actually a chain. So let's keep putting our glue and securing our corners like I'm doing right now. Okay. Stick on the other one as well. Remember, patience. You need to be patient. When doing these things, you need to be patient. And it doesn't necessarily have to be red. It's just that most of the time, roses that are received during Valentine's are red. You can actually even make them in pink. You can make them in purple, any color of your choice. Please do not be restricted to using red. You can use any color of your choice. And this can also apply for special occasions like Mother's Day. You want to gift your mother a rose bouquet, or you want to gift her a rose. You can actually make something for her that she will keep in the house and she will treasure. Look at it every day and be reminded that she was given this by a loved one. So that's the beauty about having these type of rose flowers as gifts to people that you love. So we're still sticking on our petals, as I'm calling them. Got the last one, and we're going to secure it right now, like this. Okay, like that. Stick on the other side. Okay. I've also seen some companies actually gifting ladies on Women's Day or Mother's Day. I think it must be Women's Day, Mother's Day, Women's Day, yes. And just some of these special occasions where they want to celebrate their women, they'll actually be gifting them as they are going for work, coming into work. They'll be giving them a flower, a bunch, a bouquet to celebrate them. If you want to even make it more special, you can actually even make these for them, so that when they have them, they can keep them. As they are celebrating these special days every year, they'll be actually keeping them every year. They're keeping them until they get themselves a whole bouquet of these flowers. So you can actually do that as well. That's a suggestion. And also, of course, those people that do decorations, this can also work for you. You can actually do this as well, especially if you're struggling to find that specific rose flower color of your choice. You can actually do this, make this, and have some pressure-free moments as you do your decor. It works out very well. They actually also look very good if it's a centerpiece. They actually also look very, very good. Okay, so I've stuck on my last petal, and now I'm going to roll on this onto this so that we can make our rose bigger. So as usual, make sure you make sure the side that's folded, the side is on the outside as you are sticking, and get your glue, apply your glue there. Our pepper really wants to be part of this. Okay, and then you're going to stick it on like that, and then you roll it. Remember to be adding your glue because you want it to be as firm as possible. Okay, like that. Make sure you put your glue. Okay. Keep putting your glue. What we want is to make sure our petal is secure. Our petals are secured to our kebab stick like that. Okay. So I have finished sticking on my petals onto our stick. So what I just want to do now is I just want to make sure it's secured by turning it upside down like I've done right now, and making sure I add glue this side like that, because what you want is to make sure that it's as firm as possible. Okay, and just hold it like that for some time. Make sure it's stuck on. Okay, so once you have done that, you can flip it back clean out your glues like that. So we have come to the end of making our flower, and we will go on a break. And when we come back, as usual, I'm coming back to show off this beautiful piece. Stay tuned.
Welcome to C'est La Vie, where you get a luxury, fine dining experience. We give you different flavors of life that are depicted in our environment and the cuisines that we prepare for you. This is C'est La Vie, bringing you flavors of life.
Welcome back. So before we went on our break, I ran you through the steps, and I gave you all the items that you need to make this beautiful, beautiful rose flower that you can see on your screens. I'm sure you can see and you're like, wow, because I'm also like, wow. Like if I'm running out of flowers, or like if there's a shortage of flowers, I can seriously make a flower for myself. You have learned that today, and I know you will do this. You will not stress. You're not going to panic. You will simply make this on your own. So as you can see this rose on your screen, it looks gorgeous, it looks beautiful, and of course looks just like a real flower, like a real rose flower. And the items that you need, let me run you through real quick on the items that you need to do this rose flower. You need your satin ribbon, satin to be specific, because satin has that shine and that elegance, so it will definitely give you a beautiful rose flower. Make sure it's satin. Any color of your choice, it doesn't have to be red, any color of your choice. You can also use kebab sticks, you can use glue, you can use your a pair of scissors, you can use a ruler. If you don't have a ruler, you can even use your measuring tape. The measuring tapes that tailors use, you can use that for the purpose of measuring your ribbon. And these actually look good if you make a lot of them and make a bouquet, or have them as a centerpiece. They actually look very, very beautiful. You should try this. You need to try this. I hope you learned something on this show, and I hope you're going to do this on your own, because it's DIY, do it yourself. Thank you so much for catching up with me, Chila Mazulu, aka Chichi Badu. Until next time, it's bye.